Let's talk about Boogie Cousins adding to a really big headline
Hmm.
making week for all kinds of different reasons. But he scores 21 points last night in a 1 point victory, coming off a 55-point performance. My question to you is where can he go to unload the baggage and just go play and be happy? Does that place exist in the NBA?
I don't know. That place is going to have to exist inside Demarcus Cousins because I don't know. It's never going to be perfect. You're never going to have everything you want in every scenario. And it has been a very, very busy week for Demarcus Cousins. But there are, it's funny because I thought the other night when he got the technical, maybe should have, maybe he shouldn't have gotten it. It's funny. Myers Leonard, just as an aside, was on my radio show on NBA radio last month. He was live in studio with me. And I asked him what player he really is the hardest for him to guard in the league. And he said, there's no about hardest to guard, but he enjoys playing against Demarcus Cousins the most because if he can shut him down, that's the most fun guy to shut down. Well, evidently, Demarcus Cousins was listening that day because he went after Myers Leonard the other night. But I think for Cousins here on a whole, he's going to have to grow up a little bit. And when he ran to the locker room off of that tech, and I actually was impressed with the fact that he ran to the locker room before he did anything that he shouldn't have done. And then when they brought him back out, the post-game interview was just, listen, he's not necessarily being targeted here. He kind of puts that target on his own back. But I will also say this, a night like last night where he doesn't have it, still plays very hard. They were down 20 early in the second half of that game. And Ty Lawson gets him back in that game, but Cousins' presence was enormous. Those are character-building nights for him. I still think he can be the guy in Sacramento. And when you look at what's going to happen in this new CBA and the amount of money that he's going to be able to get to stay in Sacramento versus going and signing somewhere else, I think staying in Sacramento has got to be a viable option. And it's on Vlade Divac at this point to be able to build the right team around him. I don't know if they have that there. But listen, when you look at the 8th spot in the Western Conference, they're competitive for it right now. They're right there. So I think right now for Cousins, they will not trade him this year. And we have to kind of reserve judgment on what he's going to do, what they're going to do with him, and where he may want to go till we see the result of the season, because I just don't think he'll be available at the deadline. I think Sacramento's holding him.